Welcome to another episode of Symphony SoundBites. Today I'm with Nathi, a Brazilian artist that honestly mixes a beautiful fusion of so many different genres. She has an angelic voice, plays a number of instruments, and I'm super excited to have her here today.
Thank you so much.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Honestly, when we connected and I had the opportunity to ask you to be on the episode, I was so happy because I was like, this one feels personal. It feels like it brings me back home, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm really excited to have this conversation and get to know more about you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. When I found you, I was like, this girl is fire, and she's Brazilian, and I'm in the Brazilian everything mode right now.
I love
from
it.
Brazil, so
Yeah, I mean, she's representing Brazil. We love it. I mean, Nathi, tell us, where did it all start? Like, how did the love for music begin for you?
I feel like the love for music was very natural because, I mean, my parents love music.
Okay.
Every time we would go out, they wanted to be in a place that there was live music. They were always very, I don't know, they were art lovers for sure. And my brother used to play the drums. Now he's a doctor.
Okay.
And he kind of put me onto like the real stuff, the good stuff, like Lauryn Hill and Red Hot Chili Pepper and Amy Winehouse and all of them. So that's when it really like, I was just consuming it a lot. And then when I was 7, my parents gave me like a little keyboard, and I was playing Aladdin and shit, you know, like the Disney shit.
Cute.
But then I just kept going and started writing songs, and I would always do like some type of art. So I was in like cheerleading, and I was doing talent shows at school. So it was just all combined. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. So art is obviously at the center of who you are.
100%.
But did you know it was going to be music all along, or were you like, let me just explore and see what happens?
No, I think I knew.
Okay.
Like, I think I knew. I was like singing karaoke, and I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna do this when I grow up. I'm gonna be on stage. Like, I just knew that was it. And then I think actually later on, I started to really like understand I really loved other things around art. Like, I love cinematography, and I love like photographs, and I love editing, and I love everything that surrounds
Art.
Yeah, fashion.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's so good. I saw that you started with the piano.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you just said the keyboard, but I also saw that was like some of your background. And then when did singing become like a thing that you're like, I'm really going to run with this? Because your voice is out of this world. So how did that start for you?
I actually think singing was before keyboard.
Oh, it was.
Because it's like you don't need anything to start singing, right? So I was just, I was already singing, and like, I was always singing. I was probably very annoying because I was always singing, always just, you know, and then the keys came after, and then after that came the guitar, and then I started picking up the bass, and it's like producing. I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to pick up the drums. I've tried it. It's like, okay, maybe this is not for me.
So do you play the drums?
I don't play the drums.
At all? Okay.
At
no
all.
drums.
I can program drums,
Okay.
like on the beat pad.
Okay.
But the whole coordination with the feet, I don't have it in me.
Yeah. With the heels too?
With the heels, girl, it doesn't work.
Wait, so you're doing everything. You're singing, you're playing the instruments, you're producing. Tell me about the process.
Yeah. Literally, I think everything that I do when it comes to creating, I always think about how it would feel doing the other part of it. So like, let's say I started a beat, right? And then I imagine like, okay, at a show, how would I be playing this beat? And then I would like do this dance move, and then I would like, ooh, if this is a music video, then I want it to be shot in this lens, and I want this edit to happen. It's very like a wholesome experience.
I love that.
So it depends, but usually I'll start a beat either on guitar, and then I'll put like a quick drum on it, and then I'll start freestyling. I'll dance around a little bit, put the freestyle down, and then kind of build up from there.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're like a whole all-rounded artist. I feel like that's like the epitome of like goals to creation, because like everyone usually has like a strong suit, and you seem like you're kind of just tapping into all levels and a part of the process there. So I feel like it kind of really shows in the identity of your music also. It's so you know what I mean? Like, it's very authentic to you, it seems.
Yeah, because I have a little bit of impact, like input, not impact, on every part of it. I am trying to learn how to be more collaborative, though, because being in LA, you're around very, very talented people.
Right.
So you're like, damn, like, how is this person this good on this? Maybe because they're not spending all their time doing all this other shit, you know? So I'm trying to, like, master more things. I'm trying to master more of the guitar right now. And my vocals, like, really focus on that, and then try and move, you know, into different areas. I'm working with amazing directors. Like, I'm gonna shout out my girl Cecilia.
Love it, shout out.
She's an incredible director, and like, I'm super controlling, but she's also kind of crazy. So she's like, let me handle it.
That's
and I'm
good.
like, okay.
That's good, deep breath.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, trying to like give the other people's time, and like, okay, you're actually great at this, do what you do, you know what I mean?
I mean, it makes sense. It's like your baby, it's your art, it's coming from your heart. Like, you want it to play out and pan out the way you perfectly envision it. So I understand like that thought process. It makes sense.
Yeah.
How did the Tree Girl come about? I love it. It's so cute.
The Tree Girl is such a story because it's a whole thing, girl. But I'll try and be quick.
Yeah.
So back in 2019, this girl called Fox moved in. We moved in together, and I think at that time we already like, my wall is like all written, and like there's a bunch of drawings and stuff, and somebody wrote the Tree Girl in it. I don't know if it was me, but somebody called me the Tree Girl one time because I love plants and I'm like always around plants. And then Fox was like, oh, you should make a video of like you playing and singing and post it. And this was around quarantine, when quarantine started and all of that. So I posted it, girl, and I don't know how I called it the Tree Girl Sessions, but it just kind of stuck. And then I started doing other videos with like all of my friends that do music, and it just kind of started going up, and people love it, and I love it because you have to be quick.
I love it too.
I can't overthink it.
Yeah.
Like, before I used to literally, like, let's say you come to my place today, we write a song, tomorrow we record it. So there's no overthinking. There's no, oh, let's mix and master. It's like, no, this is the song that we came up, you know. So I think I'm gonna do them, you know, as long as I can.
As you should.
Yeah, but the real tree person is my dad. So that's where it really came from. Like, my dad is the real tree man.
Okay. I mean, you're the tree daughter, so you're the
I'm
tree
the
girl.
tree daughter. Exactly. He be planting, girl, every day.
Oh, that's so sweet.
He gets home, like, or he's at home for work, and then he's like, okay, now I'm gonna plant, and then he'll go outside, and I have a bunch of videos of him. He's like, you wanna go plant a tree?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Every day.
I love that.
So that's my dad right there.
Yeah, that's so nice. I mean, speaking on your dad and your mom, so your influences, right?
Yeah.
I saw that your mom designs a lot of your clothes.
Oh my God.
And I'm
let's
like,
make this a thing.
let me tap in with mom too, because like, mine, you're doing it. Like, these fits are fitting.
I'm telling
Tell me
her.
what's going on.
Girl, so this woman, she always was talented too. Like, she makes things with her hands really well. Like, everything she touches is like, oh my God, how the fuck did you do that? And she's a Virgo.
Okay.
Perfectionist.
Yep.
And then she started like sewing, and then whenever she would like, oh, send me ideas for stuff and I'll just make it for you. And I'm like, okay. So I would send her stuff, and it just kind of started getting better and better. And like, now she has a whole room at their house and like all these different machines, and she is so like let's say we're out here chilling and I'm like, Mine, look at this. You know, she's like,
she'll do it.
Oh, let's go right now to the store, and she'll get all the
God.
stuff we need, and that day she'll finish it.
I love it.
She'll finish it that day. And so, yeah, the last time I was in Brazil, we made so many outfits, and it was so cute because it's like, we fight a lot, but when we're doing that, we don't fight.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, that's cute, you know?
That
and
is.
I would just draw like an outfit, and then she'll just make it.
I mean, the dress for Desha, like, I need it.
That dress, I have the footage of us making
I need it. It's amazing.
It's so good, but it was so hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, like, the little, like,
the little thing.
You know, is that, like, attached to it?
That's attached to it, and that
it's so
was one of
cute.
her necklaces, like, from back in the day. She's like, oh, I have, like, these things that we could... I'm like, this necklace, like, let's just put it here. And then I would just hold it. I'm like, okay, do what you do.
That's special. Yeah.
I want to like do more stuff with her, but she doesn't want to make a line, girl.
I mean, she's gonna keep hearing all these people talking about it. Eventually, she's gonna have no choice but to. We can all be partners in it because I want to see what's going on too. Mãe, você tá escutando?
Tá todo mundo querendo.
Okay, Lost in You. I'm obsessed with that song.
Really?
Yes, that's like one of my favorite
that's
songs.
That's such like a deep cut, I feel like.
Yeah, that's like every time I listen to it, like I sing along to it, and it's just like I feel really connected to it. Reason why I'm bringing it up is the transition from like English to Portuguese. So beautiful. I don't think I know another artist that transitions like that. How did that come about? Like how did that start?
Girl, I don't know. So Fox is a big like part of my life, personally and like creatively. But she was there when I wrote that song, and I feel like a few days before that we were at this party, and at this like studio party, and the guy was like, oh, like freestyle something. So I'm in the booth, and then he's like, just sing in your language, like sing. And I would never sing in Portuguese at that time, and so I just started freestyling in Portuguese. I honestly wasn't saying a lot, like I was just like, no, this is you know, and they all thought I was going crazy.
The language just sounds like
So, and then after that I was like, ooh, this is kind of a vibe, like I feel like I have a dope flow in Portuguese. So then when I went back to the studio with Fox, we wrote the hook together, and then the verses I just kind of started like going into that freestyle. She's like, bitch, yes, like record that right now, and that was the first take.
I love it.
Like, I will never forget that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's my favorite song of hers, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that song. Damn, I forgot about it.
Oh, really? I listened to it today, honestly. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, I was like showing a bunch of people it too. I was super hooked on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's beautiful. How do you feel is the importance of like bringing in your personal culture to your music and your brand and what you do, since it kind of wasn't really at the forefront before, and it seems like it's really becoming a thing now? Like, do you feel like that's important in like your growth or for other artists, or what's your take?
100%. I feel like that has been like the cheat code for me lately, and like not the cheat code, but like it's what is connecting me mostly. When I'm creating, it's what's connecting me to people that I want to work with, you know. And it's weird because when I moved here, I was really like thinking, oh, I can only live my dream in America, right? Like the American dream or whatever. And like in Brazil, we have this thing that like people throw, you know, a lot, which is like síndrome de vira-lata, like thinking you're not as good.
Kind of like imposter syndrome.
Yeah, imposter syndrome, like thinking you're not as good as America or Europe or, you know, white supremacy.
Yeah.
But I feel like since meeting Cecilia, she was a big part of that, because she's like, Brazil is amazing, I love Brazil, like fuck this place, I'm gonna go back. And she went back, and like seeing how much she loved Brazil and seeing how much she wanted me to like embrace that side of myself. And then whenever I would, it's like it got so much of a dope response even being here. So it's been probably the strongest thing for me right now in every level, like personality wise, spiritually wise, my creativity, the music, the style, like just embracing culture. Where you're from. I
embrace it too. Like, I'll make it my whole personality. I love it.
I'm like, maybe this is it, guys. This is me.
I love it. And the yellow looks really good on you.
Thank
so
you.
You just need to be wearing your Brazil shirt.
Every day. I need more jerseys, because at one point some people are going to be like, okay, girl.
She have another shirt.
Right. Are you watching?
No. They're not going to think that. You look too good in it to think that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you feel like social media is an important part of what you do? Do you feel like without social media you'd be able to have such a strong impact?
Yeah, it's definitely a big part of what I do. I feel like I wouldn't have the same impact, especially being here. Maybe if I was back in Brazil. Or maybe I'm limiting myself a little bit. Maybe I have to work on that. But like, it's a huge part. I feel like I reach so many people that I would never probably even meet in person through social media. And I feel like at the end of the day, we are getting to an age where everything is becoming so digital that we don't even realize that everything we put out is going to be transformed into like the new AI shit. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping on this.
No. You're right.
All the images that we put, all the sounds that we put out in that system is going to be reused for like how the future is going to look, you know. And I think with that, things are not going to be as separated anymore. Like the countries and like everything is just going to be smaller and smaller and look more almost like combining together. So I love social media. I also hate it.
I hear you.
You know?
Yeah. But you feel like it's important to be on there for your brand?
Yeah, definitely.
What's branding
100%.
to you? Like, how did building a brand come about for you? Because I feel like you have a very strong brand and your brand image and identity. Like, what's that for you?
I feel like I always liked branding. I don't want to say like branding as the word, but like the world. Branding is like that artist world. Right. You know what I mean?
100%.
So like even like my place, when I get into my apartment, there's a whole little world there. You know, when it comes to the scent and the sage and like if I'm cooking something is that world. So for me, everything that I do, I want it to have that. You know what I mean? If I'm wearing something, I want it to represent how I feel or whatever, the colors. So that's what it is. It's not supposed to be something like, oh, now I got to think about my logo, or now I got to, it's like, it's fun. I love researching things. I love watching other artists and like back in the day what people used to do, and not just with artists, like just people, you know? So I think that's what brand is. It's just like the world of every individual person.
I love that because I think when you're marketing and when you're like attempting to bring in new fans, you're trying to bring them into your world. So like if you don't have that world or that like safe place for them to like exist in, like, you know, how can they connect to you? Where are they going? What piece of advice would you give to an artist that's starting and doesn't have a brand and is like trying to figure out how to create a brand for themselves around their music?
I feel like your real life is very important. So like taking care of your real life is going to translate into your art. Really be intentional about your habits and your routine. And if you don't like routine, like where are you going? What type of people are you hanging around? Do you like the people that you hang around with? What books are you reading? What movies are you watching? Because I feel like if you start there, being intentional with that, you're gonna get inspiration. Like inspiration that is real to you, that you love, right? And then you're gonna start grabbing a little bit from this, a little bit from that, a little bit from this. And then the more that you're tapped into that, then you're gonna start tapping into like your dreams. You know, when you sleep, you're having visions. So separating time or like understanding where you feel the most inspired, where you have those visions, because that's how it happens for me. Like I'll be doing something, working out, or like walking. I love taking walks. That's like my favorite thing. I'll go for a hot girl walk. I'll get cute or not sometimes. And then I would just start having visions. Like I've been having so many visions lately of my friends too. Like I'm like, yo, you should do something like this. Oh,
I love that. That's beautiful.
You know, and then for myself. So I think it's really being intentional with your time. And then you could do like stuff that is more practical, like go on Pinterest and like look at pictures, make a board that you love. Like even if you don't know what that means, like, oh, I like this and I like this color, you know, or go to art shows, paint, do something that stimulates your creativity.
Beautiful. That's a soundbite right there. What do you consider your genre of music? I mean, like you're integrating R&B, a little bit of like reggae, a little bit of like Brazilian. Like I don't know, this show almost has like a funky little like
it does.
To
it has
it, like
funky
you know,
little
like,
breakdown.
Yes.
Girl, I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh, you don't need to create your own genre.
Right, we need to make a word.
Space. Yeah, Nachi genre.
It's you know when you go on YouTube and it's like SZA type beats.
Yes, Nachi
type beats. Because it's really that. It's that fusion of all of that stuff.
I love that. What does community mean to you? How important is to have your community in your artistry and in your life?
I feel like community is everything, because you're going to see yourself in your community. You're going to see people that started doing something and they weren't great at it, and then all of a sudden they're like a master at it. I've seen that so much in the past 10 years, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. And then it inspires me. I'm like, you know what, let me just actually start this. You know, and then you're gonna find support into like, okay, I feel like shit today, like what the fuck. And then you might have to talk to somebody and they don't understand because they're not in the same, you know. But if you have community, they get you. They're like, girl, I was feeling the same way yesterday. I wanted to quit. I thought I sucked, or whatever. Like, I feel insecure about this, and then you're like, oh, I'm not alone on this. Like, I have people that feel this way.
Very important. I agree. Lastly, if there was one law that you had to apply, everyone in the world had to follow it, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. Be kind.
Okay, I love it.
Be kind. Like, yeah, I was going to say something else, but no.
Say it too.
Be kind.
Say both.
I was going to say, like, be considerate about other people's feelings, but sometimes that's not great. So, like, be kind.
Beautiful.
I just feel like kindness don't have to be nice or a pushover. Be kind, you know?
I feel it. I feel the kindness. Thank you so much,
Thank you. You're so
Nachi.
good. Nachi.
You know what? Like, I keep wanting to say her name wrong because, like, I want to be like
She's
Nachi.
American, guys.
Natalia. Nachi.
Nachi, Natalia.
Nachi.
Exactly.
Okay, Nachi. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're so good at this.
You're so good at this.
You're a natural.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much.
You're
That's
welcome.
so special. Bye, guys.
Bye.